Hey everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News, the fire fee. I was contacted yesterday, finally followed up with a call today, and they said, look, Frank, we really need this fire fee. You're coming down hard on it. We need it. And I said, well, I think I said I understand that it's needed, and that's not my real issue. And my real issue is ensuring that we're fairly doing it. We're fairly getting money from the residents, making sure the money is being allocated right, which we found from this consulting company that wasn't being done. And I said, also, I want people to understand that it's not something that just propped up, that it's something that people that have been on that council for years have neglected. They've known about it, and through negligence, it's gotten worse. And now we are paying the piper. Individuals such as Gates, Hollick, Daniels, McKeon, he's done. If you look at their positioning on that thing, McKeon's done. This is his last term. Hollick says he's done as mayor. He's not going to run as a council member or county. We'll see what happens with that. But he's got one and a half more years, something like that. Daniels has something like another year and a half, 2 years, and he wants to run as mayor. Gates, who knows? Hopefully she's done after this term. So I said, look, I agree, and I'll do one more report, but I want people to understand these specifics, and it is amazing. Now, if you look at it, we talked about it, and I said, well, what will this, if we change that fire fee down to 20% and do that the mill rate decrease, I think it was 0.1 or something like that, how much will that bring in? He said about 1.9, and I'm like, that's still not, or 1.5, that million, that's still not enough to cover the issues. And he started going through all the stuff that they needed, like the fire stations. These stations are in disrepair. They got doors hanging off the hinges, rotten wood. It's not unlike the police station where they had to use a tarp over the evidence room because the roof was so bad. And I mean, I've known about it, and I've known about it, and I know all these council members have known about it for years. Fire trucks. They need fire trucks right now. They just bought one. They needed 3. They're using a backup one right now because the primary one, from what I understand, the engine isn't working on it. They need new radios. The radios they're using are being phased out. That's $360,000. What else they need? The Jaws of Life. I guess the Jaws of Life is almost ineffective against the new kind of cars that are out there, and they're having a tough time with enough power. And the list goes on and on. And so I understand you need the money. We need the money, okay? The problem is A, they haven't planned out correctly. They've known all this. And B, they haven't taken action. I said, your biggest problem is over the last few months, you've hit us with how many taxes? 4 or 5 taxes, fee increases on waste and everything like that. And people are in shock. The other thing is just frivolous waste. And I love the fact that Councilwoman Anderson sat there and said, we're wasting money. And she named off stuff. $534,000 for the park on Venice that hardly gets used. That $534,000 could have bought a new truck. They run about $500,000. What else? They put over $100,000 into looking into a park south of Jetties, a parking lot, and the total would have been $400,000. They put in just over $100,000 with consultants, and now it's on hold. But that's money that could have been used for this station, a station they've known about. The $1.9 million from the BP, that all went for tourism, new signs, historical signs, and all kinds of garbage. That could have been used for this. And I want people to understand, you get people like Hawk who says, oh gosh, we've done everything we can. And they haven't. They were upset. It was funny, the other day they were upset. McKeon was because people were saying they're not transparent. He's like, oh, we're one of the most transparent. I was like, where's the phone line? Can I call in and ask McKeon why they gave a $60,000 contract to his sister's company when they were looking at moving that historical society thing? And they said, well, that's because the money is under control of someone else, not the city. And that's bull, because the city was voted like a month later on what to do with the money. That's not transparency. And that McKeon is just as bad as all these other guys. But what they come out with the, oh gosh, Frank's fake news. Frank's not right. Oh gosh. And they won't give facts, just like with the water. Oh gosh, we're right. We're doing it right. And he's wrong, but no facts. But what they did say is that, yeah, those numbers were accurate, but the third party was putting out, but they just want to self-filter, so they're fake news. It just amazes me, and people continue to buy in on that. I just found out that there's actually a special meeting going to be called. It's going to be for Monday morning at 9 a.m. at the City Council room. You can probably do it live, too, and feed into it. So I wanted to put emphasis on, I loved how all the people went there to fight it. It's great, because I think that request was a little out of control. I don't think they know all their numbers. I don't think they got their ducks in a row. B, we do need it. C, we need to make sure they understand when you go up there that we know they have spent money frivolously. They've been negligent of this, just like everybody was doing on Friday, or during their last show, not Friday. Sorry, I get all these meetings mixed up. The other thing, too, I noticed, and the person I was talking to, I said, did you notice that all of a sudden the county thing's being pushed again? And I wonder, I opined and said, I wonder if this outrageous fee, this expensive fee, was being pushed by Hollick just to get people to say, wait a second, let's reconsider the merging with the county option. This is something that Hollick, Daniels, I forget who else, favored. Think about it. Because after that meeting, after the meeting where everybody was turned into them, you heard more about that whole county merger. And I'm starting to wonder if that was the idea behind it. Parks, I said, it's hard. You guys are coming here for asking for fire fee money and to tax us more, yet Hollick wants to buy pineapples, which is probably going to cost, what, $1-2 million, plus build a new city hall there for their employees? I go, why are you asking for money when you got money to go buy that? They just spent over a couple years ago $1 million on that one lot where the temporary library is. Why? Because it was a good price, Hollick said. Out where they're trying to get the affordable housing for PGT on Knights Trail, Hollick said, hey, let's get that acreage there and build a park for $10 million. And because we need a park and it's a good deal. Where are you getting this money? So when he sits there and says, oh gosh almighty, call him on it. And now you're all paying the piper. This is all stuff that should have been taken care of, that he's been negligent, that the council's been negligent. And I'm going to name names again. Gates, McKeon, Hollick, Daniels. Fred Fraze has been on there. Actually, he's brought all these issues to my attention. He's the one that brought all the attention to the police station holes and the fire station. Anderson's leaving. She's been pretty vocal. And who else is there on there? I think that's everybody. I think I covered everyone. So we need to hold these guys accountable. Remember, Monday morning, 9 a.m. at the Venice City Hall. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with The Scoop News.